Today we're going to talk about immoral trading practices of a particular Chinese sword making company and why you shouldn't buy from Sordia. Hi folks, Matt Easton here, Schola Gladiatoria. Now this is a type of video I don't make very often. What I'm holding here is known as the Easton Mark III sabre that I developed with Coveton. You might be asking, why is it a Mark III? Because there was a Mark I and a Mark II. This is the Mark III. That is a lengthy process. This is a product you can order from Coveton Armory right now. It's been probably the most successful HEMA sabre used around the world, has become quite an industry standard. Not to say there aren't other good sabres out there as well. There are, and in fact even Coveton make other models as well, but this one's been very popular. It's characterised by this fullered, essentially hollow ground, hollow blade. It weighs about between 800 and 850 grams. And has this particular style hilt. Now, why am I talking about Swordia? Well, some weeks ago I became aware of the fact that Swordia had copied this sabre, absolutely copied it. I don't just mean, you know, inspired by using the same cross-section of blade or anything like that. They had even copied every little detail of the hilt, the shape of the guard, the nature of the rolled edges, the shape of the pommel, which is a bit unusual, I have to say. It's not even very typical. Everything about it. It's a complete one-for-one facsimile, replica, copy, rip-off, whatever you want to call it. Now, here's the funny thing. Some weeks ago, Sordia contacted me as, you know, the YouTuber, Matt Easton of Schola Gladiatoria. They clearly hadn't done their research and hadn't put two and two together. And they said, well, hey, we're big fans of your channel. You know, lots of people are saying that we should get you, Matt Easton, to review our swords. Would you like to review some of our swords? Now, I had watched some reviews of some Swordia products, both before and after I knew about the fact that they've ripped off the Coveton Easton Mark III sabre. And I was kind of interested in their products. Let's be candid, the reviews were mediocre. It seems like the swords are okay. They're not terrible. There had been murmurings of intellectual property theft, copyright issues, but of course this is a Chinese company and they don't have to play by the rules of the West in terms of copying things. If they want to copy something, they can copy something, and there's very little that anybody in the West can do about it apart from making a video like this. So that's why I'm doing it. Now, I said to them, well, do you know what? I'm very happy to review swords on my channel. Here's the ways that you can send them to me. These are the conditions, but just so you know, you are ripping off a product that I have spent years working on and Coveton have spent years developing and testing and has been hugely successful, and everyone in the HEMA community knows it. You have copied it one for one, not just, you know, if you just made a blade like that and done your own hilt, no one would have mentioned anything. Now, am I bothered? Actually, in principle a little bit, yes. The reality is that any HEMA practitioner kind of worth their salt and who wants a weapon which is going to have durability and warranty and have all of the characteristics you expect from one of these sabres will buy Coveton because they're way better than the Sordia pale imitation. The fact is that these Sordia rip-off sabres aren't very good. On paper, they seem to have some of the characteristics of these because they're a copy of them. But the fact is the steel, the heat treatment, the consistency, the warranty, everything is lacking. So it's a false economy. Yes, they're a bit cheaper, but you don't have to spend much more, just a little bit more to get an actual Coveton one, which is made of good steel, good heat treatment, and has the warranty and actually is the real product instead of a counterfeit of one. And people won't laugh at you for having a rip-off of the real thing. So I went back to them and I said, well, look, you know, I'm happy to review your swords, but here's the thing, you're ripping off our sabre, so maybe don't do that. They went, oh, they clearly haven't put two together. They realised, oh crap, that's why it's called an Easton sabre, because you're Matt Easton. Right, okay, we'll take it off our website. So they took it off their website, and I've got to be honest, I was a little bit surprised because they don't legally have to do that because there's no legal recourse between China and the UK, and certainly not for me anyway. And so Quite simply, they took the product off their website, and I was like, fine, okay, you know, the Cavett and I told about this. I said, look, they've taken it off the website. Wow, it's a bit surprising. There we go. But they brought it back. It's back on the website. Do I have any Swordia swords here to review? No. So you can look them up. You can look at the other reviews. They're kind of mediocre. Maybe they're up and coming. But maybe if they want to be up and coming, they shouldn't piss off the HEMA community by ripping off existing HEMA products. And it's not only this, there might be feathers, you can look on their website for yourself, there might be feathers that they're ripping off and other products that they're ripping off. So my advice to Sordia is make something that's yours, make your own designs, get your own people like me who advise you what to make that isn't just a freaking copy of something that already exists. And if you're going to make a HEMA saber, make a HEMA saber. Make it really good with good heat treatment, good steel, but don't exactly copy someone else's design one for one. Make it your own. There's loads of other sabers out there that aren't a rip-off of this or a rip-off of each other. Make your own design. Do it for yourself. Don't just rip off things from other people. Anyway, there we go. End of rant. This is obviously a video which is primarily of interest to HEMA people, but by all means, you know, go and visit the Sordia website or go and look at their, you know, reviews or whatever thing you can find. You could welcome to give them feedback or give feedback on other channels or underneath other reviews as you wish. You do what you like. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not telling you not to do anything. Do what you like, but public awareness. They're ripping off a saber, which I spent years developing. So yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off with them. So Sordia, probably not going to be getting any reviews on my channel anytime soon. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I have been Matt Easton and I will continue to be. Cheers, folks. Thanks for watching. We've got extra videos on Patreon. Please give our Facebook a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers, folks.